Wow, what a final that was, and what a game that was. Chelsea, fair play, man. Sometimes, as a rival, you just have to stand up and applaud. Chelsea just schooled, took the best team in the world, PSG, and schooled them like little children. Who would have thought? Now, for those of you who knew about the fixture, could tell you that it was not going to be easy. I didn't think it was going to be a one-sided fixture, like the way people are exaggerating PSG winning 5-0. No, for those of you who actually watched the game, could tell you this game was going to be tough, as always. And there is one thing that is always dangerous in football, putting Chelsea as the underdogs, because when they are the underdogs, they tend to have a point to prove. Yeah, you remember 2012 against Bayern, remember 2021 against City, and now 2025 against PSG. All three teams being in their primes. Now, where do we start? First of all, before I go to PSG, let me take a minute and Let me applaud Chelsea. Wow, Enzo Maresca, the job he has done with Chelsea so far has been sensational. In his first season, he has been amazing. Now, part of the reason why Chelsea are here in this Club World Cup final is because of Maresca's tactical adjustments. Yeah, each game you can see he is trying something tactical. Today he can play with a two-striker partnership. He can play with a one-strike partnership, and honestly, he is the reason why Chelsea won this game. Maresca today, he got his tactics right. I know he has come under some criticism because that's what you expect whenever you manage a club like Chelsea. But sometimes you just have to stand up and applaud because he single-handedly won Chelsea this game. Today he got everything spot on. Yeah. Today, Maresca basically instructed the Chelsea midfield to absolutely cut off midfield supply from the PSG. Yeah. Today, Chelsea disrupted the rhythm. He got everything spot on. He disrupted the rhythm of the game. PSG did not have that rhythm, so PSG were forced to go long to their wingers. And when going long to their wingers, their fullbacks were in action as well. Today, fair play Maresca. He was a very good manager. There were some people who were doubting him because of the deep in form, but him being able to adjust his tactics according to opponents has been the reason why Chelsea have emerged as winners of this competition. To move forward, Cole Palmer. Now, say what you will about Cole Palmer. I know this 2025 Palmer has been off. Yeah, Palmer has not been effective as he was last season. But let's just say it as it is. Palmer in finals. Three things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, Cole Palmer performing in a final. And yes, another final, another top performance from Cole Palmer. That's what you expect from your main man up front. Palmer, fair play. He took his two goals excellently. Yeah. They were almost very, very identical. Yeah. Wrapped it, left foot, bottom corner. No chance there for the keeper. Yeah. And apart from just even the goals, he played today very, very well. He was helping out Malo Gusto in defense. Yeah. He could even drop deep at times, receives the ball on the half turn from Robert Sanchez. Fair play, Palmer. What a player he is. But you also expect Palmer in finals, total different beast. Yeah, we saw him in the Euros final. We saw him even at Manchester City for the Super Cup final against Sevilla, Community Shield final against Arsenal, even the Conference League final against Real Betis. Palmer, fair play. Another player that I think went under the radar in that Chelsea win has to be Malo Gusto. Wow, I know he has come under criticism, but I don't actually blame Gusto as much because at times there were times he had to play as a left back, which I don't think is his position, especially when Kukurea was suspended at times or even at times injured. I don't think left back was his position. There were even times where Maresca had to play him in midfield. I don't think that suits his strengths because I don't think he has those attributes of a midfielder. But today, Malo Gusto, well played. Yeah. Two of the goals, or let's just say all of them, but Gusto was so crucial for Chelsea scoring the goals. Yeah. The way he made runs in behind Nuno Mendes was just amazing. Yeah. The way he was cooking Mendes alongside Palmer, And you're not just talking about Nuno Mendes as any other player. This is the best left back in the world this season. Yeah, 2 of the goals. Yeah, he nearly scored, well defended, but he made the right choice, passing it back to Palmer. What a player what a game he had today. I know he has come under criticism, but you always have to give credit where credit is due. Another player who I thought had a very good game, went under the radar, was Robert Sanchez. He made some crucial saves, like in the first half against Desiree Doué. In the second half, he made some brilliant saves. But let's call it as it is. Today, apart from just the saves, his distribution today, I think his distribution was good. I think today he played some fantastic passes, especially to the likes of Gusto and Palmer, who are making some fantastic runs in behind. I think today he deserves a lot of credit for that. Yeah, left with a clean sheet. I still think Chelsea need a new goalkeeper, but today Robert Sanchez, I'm standing and applauding. I'm standing and applauding. That was a top performance. If only he could be doing that for the whole season, Chelsea wouldn't have to struggle looking for a goalkeeper. But Sanchez, good game. And today, another player will acknowledge today, João Pedro. Now, João Pedro is a player that one of his main strengths as a player is his mentality. He always believes he is that guy, especially in big games. Yeah. But today, fairs. The way he took his third goal, yeah, fantastic pass by Palmer in between Beraldo and Nuno Mendes, made the run in behind Beraldo, that dink over the goalkeeper past Donnarumma, who has been actually one of the best keepers in the world this season, and to hit it with the celebration, fantastic. And his hold-up play has been brilliant. Generally, these 3 games he played against Palmeiras, Fluminense, and PSG, if he carries on like this, he can be a serious striker. Because we knew he was a baller at Brighton, but at Chelsea, he is showing it in full force. João Pedro, fairs, man, fairs. People are just criticizing him a lot because of talking about the open play goals. People don't actually look at his game. His hold-up play is brilliant. He's a techie baller. Yeah. Reminds me a lot of a young replica of Gabriel Jesus, but with more end product to his game. And if he can carry on like this, who knows? Chelsea might find a long-term striker for the future. But today, another player I will give acknowledge. Not the first time I've given him some acknowledgement. I've always acknowledged him everywhere I go. Moises Caicedo, the best DM in the world. Is that a stretch? I don't know. But Caicedo continues proving me right and right again. He has gone under the radar for some time. Yeah. Caicedo basically dropped a N'Golo Kante-esque performance in that final. Yeah. Reminds me of N'Golo Kante versus Manchester City. The way he absolutely shut down that PSG midfield. He shut them down like they weren't even there. And the ability to progress the ball, yeah, make those line-breaking passes. He's been amazing. It is just a disgrace how much he was not in a Premier League team of the season. He wasn't nominated for player of the season. I know that should be Salah, but still, he should get a nomination. I think he's not getting nominations because he plays for Chelsea and he's South American as well. Because if he was European, it could have been different. Arguably being Chelsea's player of the season. What a player Caicedo has been. And the good thing about it is we will be able to see more of Moi Caicedo in the UEFA Champions League. Now people will get to see what I've been saying and what even Chelsea fans and even a normal football fan has been saying about Moises Caicedo. What a player he has been for the Blues so far. Yeah, Chelsea's player of the season. Yeah, you did see when he got the yellow cards and he missed the game against Palmeiras. You did see how much they missed him there because they could be easily liable to transitions. But today, colossal performance. Yeah. Special shout-outs as well to Cucurella. I thought he was brilliant. Today dealt with Desiree Doué really well. Pedro Neto had to track back. But overall, the whole Chelsea team, fairs, man. Fairs. I think Chelsea might be back. They just need a few tweaks here and there. But with what you see from Maresca, scary times ahead. Yeah, and let's hope. I think they could be serious contenders for the Premier League next season. Yeah, don't sleep on them next season. Yeah, the Man City, the Arsenal, the Liverpool, they have just sent some warning to the Premier League that they could be back. Don't sleep on them. Genuinely, don't sleep on them. Now, on to PSG. They have been the best team in the world this season. But let's say as it is. Today, Luis Enrique got schooled by Maresca. They just didn't have any idea on how to handle Chelsea today. They just didn't. Yeah, they were lacking ideas, man. Yeah. You could even see, you could even see at times, yeah, they just were forced, they were pressed in the midfield. The rhythm wasn't there. So all they had to do was direct the ball to the wingers. And once they were directing the ball to the wingers, Chelsea's fullbacks were onto them. So they basically didn't have an idea. They didn't lay a single glove to PSG, to Chelsea tonight. Enrique today, he got schooled. I know he has been a top manager. He has been sensational tactically, but let's call it as it is. Today, Enrique got schooled. Now, this also shows one thing. This PSG team, I think they're still the best team in the world, despite the result. I still think this PSG team is incredible. It's amazing. But this PSG team, as we have learned today, as good as they are, I don't think they are close to the levels of the 2011 Barcelona team, because there are some comparisons with the 2011 Barca. They are not close to the 2017 Real Madrid. They're not close to the 2015 Barca, even the treble winning City team. I don't think they are in that level yet. They're not close to, 2020, even 2020 Bayern that won the Sextuple. I don't think they are close there. But this PSG team is good. But to compare them with such teams, that was a bit of a stretch. And to be honest, this game has just proven that that they are not at that level as we speak right now. And tonight, also, one thing we have learned in this game, as good as the PSG team is, the reality is they still need to have some additions, because today it massively showed how much they missed William Pacho, the red card against Bayern. Because today, Beraldo and Marquinhos, two hideous twins. Marquinhos doing what he does best, choking in a big stage. Yeah, and Beraldo, this guy has been anonymous. Almost all the three goals came from his side. I can accept a one Nuno Men's error. But for Beraldo, all three, shocker. Shocker. And to think this guy was a starting centre back for PSG last season in the Champions League as well. Shocker. This guy has been awful at times, yeah? So PSG might need to add more centre back depth into them. And they need some squad depth, because they don't have a right back depth so far. Yeah, they don't have a backup for Hakimi. They don't have a backup for Nuno Mendes. Yeah, we did see even last season when Nuno Mendes got injured, they struggled so much on their left hand side. He came back, wasn't fully fit, so they still need some additions today. Yeah, Dembele today nowhere to be seen. The Chelsea defense, especially Chaloba, dealt with Dembele very well. Kwichak Varashkelia, one of the best left wingers in the world, couldn't get past Malo Gusto. Chelsea defended like a unit. Yeah, Desiree Due, I still think he's a good player. Comparing him with Yamal currently, that's a bit of a stretch, but I still think he's a good player. But today, he was not there. Today, he was nowhere to be seen. Yeah, I don't think I can find any PSG player who was a standout today, because today they were completely shut down. They were nowhere to be seen. This PSG team today, I still think they are a good team, but Chelsea were just a better team overall. So far, I don't think I have much to commend, but they should prepare for the Super Cup. They shouldn't feel too down with themselves. They have the Super Cup to prepare. They've got the Intercontinental Cup in December, but I think this loss was needed for them to recharge themselves, reboost themselves so far. So not a bad result. Congratulations to Chelsea. That has sent shockwaves to the world. Chelsea are back. Yeah, Chelsea are not here to play around. Yeah, and they do deserve it. This moment of happiness. Yeah, we did know how they struggled in 12th place. They did struggle much to settle with the team. But like I said, credit has to go to Maresca. He came to a Chelsea team that was disjointed, yeah, a Chelsea team that people wrote them off. I don't think even people had them finishing in the top 4 early in the season. And today, they have just become the champions of the world for the second time. Yeah, that is something you just have to commend the manager. Yeah, being able to get the best out of players. You are now seeing a very good, a very strong version of Moises Caicedo. And the scary thing about Moises Caicedo, he has not even hit his prime yet. Yeah, we are seeing players. Yeah, you can see his tactical adjustments doing some players some world of good. The likes of Pedro Neto. I think this has been Neto's best season for any club. You can even see someone like Cucurella. He looks like a rejuvenated version, yeah? Being able to even keep Rhys James fit for some majority of time. Commendable by the manager, yeah? His tactical tweaks are something to be admired a lot. And I think Chelsea could be a force next season, not only in the Premier League, but also the UEFA Champions League to come. Congratulations to the Blues. Enjoy this moment, yeah? I'm seeing some people saying they faced easy teams. All those teams in the Club World Cup and their place to be there. I don't think there was an easy team they faced. Yeah, all the teams were difficult. Yeah, Benfica, not an easy team. Palmeiras, quarterfinals. That's a team that won the Libertadores back to back 2020, 2021. That's not an easy team. A team that has been consistent in Brazil. Yeah, Fluminense, champions of Libertadores 2023. A team that is doing well currently in Brazil. I don't think that was an easy game. Yeah, Chelsea did not have an easy path. They just made it easy by the way they were easily sweeping away their opponents. No team there was easy. Yeah. All those teams, Esperance in the group stage, my friend, you're talking about the champions of Tunisia, 4-time African champions. Yeah. And the only team that actually gave them trouble was Flamengo. And to be honest, since the Flamengo game, it looks like Maresca took some notes in that game because Flamengo gave them a very, very hard game, and seems like Chelsea were able to take the notes from there on how to handle high pressing teams. So you just have to sit down, compliment what Maresca has done. Yeah, there were no easy teams in the Club World Cup there. So Chelsea fans, enjoy this moment. Also, at the end of the game, there were PSG players fighting. Even the manager was pushing Joao Pedro. I think that was embarrassing. Yeah, you just take your L. Yeah, you lost the game, take your L and move. I thought that was embarrassing for a bit. Enrique could even be suspended for that if FIFA or UEFA intervene. I think that was embarrassing for the players. Yeah, that was embarrassing also for the manager. So for Chelsea fans, enjoy this moment. Enjoy this moment. Nobody should take it away from you. For the next 4 years, you are the champions of the world. But let me know what you think in your comments. Do you think Chelsea will cause some trouble in next season's title race? Let me know down in the comments. Share and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Mont Marcelino. Peace.